Hello.
Hey.
Hello?
You sound like you stumbled into a room. You don't know if it's the right room.
Hello?
Yeah, sorry about that. I never know if it connects.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
Really
did.
Sorry about that.
What's up, dude?
I just mixed an awesome song. I'm like, I love it. I love those moments when I mix one and I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah. Dude, you're cranking through stuff, it feels like. Is this normally the pace you work at?
I have so much on my plate right now with a couple of the people I work with that I don't know what's going on lately, but it is just coming through like nonstop. So, and everyone has like crazy deadlines right now.
Yeah, do you think it has to do with the fact that like people are gearing up to tour again and stuff? They're like, okay, this is it. So we're gonna like work on some stuff and get something to put out to help.
Yeah, I think
tour
you're
or whatever.
Absolutely correct, because like right after the Delta variant swept through, like people were going ape shit.
Yeah.
And they were kind of freaking out, like, we don't have an album. And I'm like, yo, you had 2 years.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was going to say. Maybe it's people who, this is actually their output from COVID times. Like, they just are finishing their album.
No,
I had a
gotta
really
get
hard
this
time.
done in 3 weeks,
Yeah.
Jeremy. 3 weeks is what we need.
Yeah, it took us
And there are
3 years,
7
but
bands.
yeah.
I thought during lockdown I was going to be this creative giant. I just sat in here and stared at the damn wall.
Me too, dude. Dude.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
I did rewire my entire studio. That was fun.
Hey, why don't you rewire your brain, bro?
I know, I need to rewire the brain. But yeah, this song I just mixed is so good.
What
God.
kind of song is it? What is it?
It's that guy I've mixed before, the Wealthy West. His name is Brandon.
Oh,
Kindler.
Oh yeah, that's Kanye, right? Kanye West.
Oh, it is Kanye.
The
Yes,
Wealthy
me and Kanye
West?
friends. Yeah.
You just couldn't think
He
of
was
his
in
name.
another band. What was this other band called? They were popular.
Oh, he was in. I'm just trying to do I don't know anything about Kanye West.
What was his name? Anyway, really just wonderful song, man.
Oh yeah, Bob.
Just really
Bob
fun.
says at his studio he's been unseasonably busy, and we're just a local studio.
That's awesome, Bob. That gets me amped.
Hell yeah.
Any studio that's a local studio that is doing well, hats off to you. Like,
Yeah.
just hardest job.
Yeah. Bob's hustling, it seems like.
Man, Bob, keep it going, dude.
Bob's hustling, and then he's streaming. You streamed like 70 hours last month or something?
Wow.
That's nuts, dude.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Bob did it, folks. All right, 2 things. Bob just finished. He accomplished streaming every day last month, right? That was the thing. All of January, you streamed every day.
Nice, Bob.
And Bob only needs a few more followers to get to 50, so he can do affiliate. So.
Oh, well, let me go to Bob's page right now.
Yeah, Bob Frank Audio there in chat.
Bob Frank.
Should follow, folks, if you feel very good ambient pedalboard content, some Fortnite content, also, you know.
Bob, I just followed, bro.
Bob and I did some boomer 1v1s in Fortnite the other day. It was really good. We could stream some more of that.
Sick. That's so sick. What else did I have to tell you guys?
Oh yeah.
I think I forgot.
You're trying to get a pedal board together though. That's been the thing you've been doing, right?
Me? Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna buy a reamp box and then kind of copy Ken and make a rolling cart with like a giant.
We're all just copying Ken. Like, straight up.
Well, I was gonna do the tall cabinet with the pull-out drawers with the patch bay, but I needed like
There he is.
2 miles of cable, and I didn't feel like paying for that.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna try this other way because I just have so many great pedals right now, and I'm about to do this Chris Staples record, and I just want my studio to be on lock.
You're doing Chris Staples?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I don't
Damn,
think I
dude.
knew that.
Do you guys know Chris Staples?
I'm aware. Yeah.
I've seen him a couple times. He's great.
Like Chris Staples on Barsook Records?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because a lot of people are like, Chris Stapleton, man.
No.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris and I grew up together, and he called me like a year ago, and he was like, "Dude, I think I'm ready." I'm like, "For what?" He's like, "I'm ready to let you take over for a minute." And I was just like, "You sure?" Because I love his albums, and he does them all himself.
I didn't know that.
I would hate to get in the way.
Well, yeah, that'd be interesting to like come into someone's process where they've been doing it themselves the whole time.
But he wants me to do it my way, or whatever that means.
And what does that mean? What's the Jer way? What's the Jeremy way?
Well, apparently I have a sound. I don't know, but I didn't know. I just I like piecing things together like most people, you know, like I don't want to hire a band and do it that way, but
so what he's talking about is using you for performing the instruments too, right?
Yeah, he and I will do everything.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
And I've done that quite a bit on records, and so I really love doing that. I love spending like a day or a day and a half per song and just be very spontaneous and never sitting there and just scrutinizing our performances so it just sounds like shit.
Right.
Which has happened so many times.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not playing it right. I'm like, you're right. It's getting worse every time you play it. Let's do it another 35 times. We'll get it. Dumbass. Sorry.
Jaded producer Jeremy Griffith. Yeah.
No, for real though. That's one of the things that people need, like artists need producers like that. Yeah. To just be like, yo, it's not gonna get any better. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Like we got what we need. We got to move on, or we got to just do something else, and we'll come back to this later.
Bob says,
I'm so lucky.
When you get to mix 14 and someone says, "I think I liked the rough."
Oh, it's happened, but I've definitely gotten to the point where like almost all the artists that come in here are so good that I have to be like, look, how well do you know what we're about to do? You know what I mean? Like, especially vocals.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, oh, I'm just kind of iffy. I'm like, let's sit here forever and let's just go through the lyrics and read them together.
Griffith.
I truly believe
with
take 1, 2, or 3 is going to be the most emotional one for you.
Yeah.
So I don't give a shit how many times you want to do it. Guaranteed we'd be on take 50 and we'd come back to take 2.
Yeah. I worked on this track once and the singer was like it was one of those nightmares where it was just like we're doing it over. They're doing the vocal track over and over, and I'm like trying to like find the balance between being realistic and also like protecting myself from being locked into this vocal booth for 7 hours. And that take ended up being, I think every phrase was they wanted a different take.
A comp
and
for
I was just
it.
like. After we were done, I was like, I'm never doing that again. There's no way I'm ever going to like subject myself to that.
I did that for a Glow House record for Alex.
Right. I've made people mad, you know, basically, you know, talking to them and being like, you know, I'm not going to comp every word. If you can't sing it, you shouldn't be singing it.
Right. Yeah.
And they're just like, this all works. I'm like, it is in my studio, bud.
Well, this is maybe a good point to what Harley's pointing back to. He says, that's awesome, Jared, to be a studio professional and have a sound that people seek out. That's kind of the dream, right? Like, this is part of it. Like, you're not letting every word comped vocal take that's probably then going to get auto-tuned to hell come out of your studio. Like, that's going to work in your favor over the long term.
Well, I just want it to be an emotional performance. I want an emotional performance way before I want a perfect one. Mm-hmm. And we have all the tools to make it more perfect now. So I want to sit here with this person until they like are in a good headspace. Like, it's such a good thing to sit there and talk about the lyric, you know, and just be like, so tell me what the song's about. If they don't know, you're probably going to get a really whack performance. You know what I'm saying? Like, but if they're like, well, you know, I've been dealing with X, Y, and Z, and, you know, I wanted to say blah, 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 and then you tell them about something in your life that, you know, can be associated to what they're about to sing about, and it's just, I think it's really important to be in a good headspace for a singer, because...
How many producers do you think do that?
Most of the really good ones. Not that I think I'm a really good one.
It sounds like producers are like therapists.
I think that's Rick Rubin's like big thing.
Rick,
like,
yeah.
He knows good music and he knows how to get in their heads. I think that's his gift.
When I talk about this sometimes, but one of the things that like got me into music production, I heard Rick Rubin talk about doing his America series with Johnny Cash and like the approaching. I'm sure Josh, you already know this, or Jeremy, you already know this story, but he went to Johnny Cash was like done, not making any more records, and he went to Johnny Cash and was like, "What? Do you want to make a record together? I'd really like to make a record with you." And Johnny Cash was like, "What do you have in mind?" And Rick Rubin was like, "Well, what do you want to do? Like, what you tell me."
Interesting.
Right. Is there any songs you want to do? Any ideas that you ever wanted to do? And they made 5 records together of just things that Johnny Cash was like, "I think I would like to do this. I think I would like to do this."
So cool.
And it fucking ruled.
Yeah.
So good.
I think about that all the time. Like, why would I come to an artist as a producer or as an engineer and be like, "Let me tell you exactly what you need to do"? I want to work with people that like believe in the thing that they're coming to work on. Like,
no, that's
what are we doing?
That's everything. It's kind of like when I used to do a lot more Christian music. I would ask them. We'd have a long conversation. I'm like, you're talking about the most serious shit in the world. Like you're believing, you're singing about a God. And I would just be like, let's talk about that for a minute, and I would try to vet people to see if they actually meant it. And I would say 90% of them didn't mean a damn word. And then you'd meet a few of them that you're like, whoa, this is their life.
Yeah.
Like not being a worship star, but singing these words. And that would get me amped.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like that makes it all the better. So
Meg is now asking about you working with Under Oath, which is a natural progression after this conversation.
Well, I think when I worked with Under
you ran
Oath,
into the dude at Disney World, that's what it was. And he was all dripped out
James.
and you were just full dad mode. That's what it was.
Oh, dude, I look like shit. This year I'm going to be like in Tivas and like, I don't give a crap. But when I worked with Under Oath, they were in a really weird spot.
Wait, what era was that? What, like Under Oath? There's so many Under Oath eras now.
That's the era without Aaron. It was the album Disambiguation.
Okay, yeah.
Which I think is good, but man, they were such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I believe it.
I've had conversations with them since, and we have gotten good, but we weren't good after that album. And they had this philosophy that made me want to fight everyone. And basically, anybody who laid down a part, the entire band would come in and vote on it.
No way. Absolutely
so when you have that many members in a band and like the bassist plays bass on the song, they would come in. Oh, I don't know. I still don't know to this day. It took me 7 weeks to do vocals. And
Jesus Christ.
They would come in and be like, I don't know, dude. This doesn't... I don't know, you're better than this, man.
Hey, Walrus Audio in chat. Yo. Shit, that means I gotta respond to Phil. That's probably him right there. Walrus Audio.
Oh, Philip's in there?
Folks, the Walrus Audio in chat.
I love Philip.
Philip,
they let the Walrus
apologies.
online?
I'm gonna respond to your text today. I have ADHD.
He is
I found out last
solid.
year. I'm just gonna be. Is it lame if I do that?
I just found out.
I have ADHD.
I feel like if you can use it, I can use it. So
yeah, please do. I would love if more people did, then I wouldn't feel so alone. Who let the walrus out? That doesn't work. Who
that was a little strange. That extra syllable got to me.
Yeah. Dang.
Man,
and
Philip
then Harley with the gifted
So.
sub. Harley beat Ken to it.
That album sounded really good, though, Jeremy. So
yeah.
Which one?
Disambiguation. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much.
There was someone had a hot take on Twitter and said that that's their favorite Under Oath album just the other day. I forget who it was.
Wow.
I think that's a fair opinion to have, frankly.
I think it's cool. It was really hard to make. Period.
Yeah. I can see how that would
Yeah, that would
And
probably
they
be the
called me-
last time you
Stuff.
do a lot of those types of things.
Well, it was really cool this year because, I mixed the new Amber Lynn, and Tim from Under Oath and a guy named JJ produced it. And it honestly was a really nice experience to meet up with Tim again. And we kind of hashed out some stuff. And I honestly started to realize that I like the dude.
Wow.
And I didn't. And so, sometimes you just need time and all that stuff. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but anyway, some story.
Stories. Don't say sorry, bro. Ugh, we love
You
your
feel like-
stories, dude. We fucking
After
love you,
you did
bro.
that record, did you feel like you made some decisions for yourself about like boundary lines and stuff in the
Like,
studio? Or
Have you done
was
7
it-
weeks of vocals since that, or no?
I've learned a lot from every single record I've done about what I will not do on the next record.
Totally.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
main things I've learned were early on when my band was signed to Atlantic and we went into the studio with a person. And he was such a bastard that I was just like, I don't understand. Like, I'm never going to be this way with any of the artists I work with unless they just suck or we just don't get along, period. And I've really tried hard to just be like a good dude in the studio, So,
Yeah.
Hey, that's
because
worth-
it's such
that's paying
a
off.
stressful experience.
Yeah.
So, I want to get them through it, and I want them to feel positive about it, and honestly, just have a good time. When I talk to these artists that are coming in, I spend most of my phone calls before they come in just being like, "Look, I just want you to enjoy it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it
it's
sounds
just
like
I don't know, man.
did you have calls like that before that Under Oath record? Like, do you think you could have
No.
talked them out of? Yeah, hey, just so you know, we're not doing 7 weeks of vocals. Like, we're just trying to hang out and have fun. Like, that wouldn't have flown, probably, right?
I met up with them one time because I had just produced Meridional by Norma Jean, and
Which is another
They were-
underrated record, by the way.
it's a really good one, and they were so into it. And I remember I walked into their practice spot in Tampa. I was in Tampa for something. I have some really close friends down there. So I remember I walked in. I was just like, "Hey, everybody, how's it going?" and everything. And Tim was like, "All right, well, we're all here. You're a producer. Produce." He said it like that, and I was like,
Okay.
I was like, I don't know, play me a riff. I don't know.
Do something. Give me
But
something.
they had to grow too. They've grown a lot. They've
Yeah.
been through a lot of weird stuff, and
Hey, Bob is in
No.
Tampa.
That's a long
Oh.
time ago, right? That was like 10 years ago.
yeah, that was like 10 years ago.
That's
Yeah,
where Bob's
Bob's
studio
in
is.
Tampa.
Yeah, spot near Tampa, he says.
That's awesome.
Sarasota. Oh, I didn't read the last
Sarasota,
word.
Yeah.
It's just-
Meg is asking about Seosin.
She wants to know how you know Bo. Is it just like a producer relationship, or did you have like band stuff before that?
Well, I'll be honest. The first time I ever played in California, we rolled into San Francisco to this venue called The Pound, which I'm not sure if it's there anymore. But we pulled up. We were nervous, and Anthony Green walked out. He's like the first person I ever met on tour. He came out. He's the nicest dude ever, and then Bo came out. We met Bo. He had the most angular hair I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But I remember them telling it was touring or playing with Seosin was actually like really difficult because I remember they were like, "Yeah, this is like our third show." And I was like, "Oh, cool! They're like us, great." And we play. No one gave a fuck. And then they play, and the entire place is losing their shit. And I'm just like, I don't understand. I thought this was like show number 3. Somebody help me here. Like, and they were just, they were Seosin. Early Seosin was just like chaos.
Yeah.
And I just got to be buddies with them. And we were always talking and being friends. And then Bo and I started talking a lot about production. And I know he had done some really cool records. Like he did that The Bled record.
Well, and he produced and recorded all the Seosin stuff, right? Like,
yeah, the biggest one, the translating the name, is all Bo.
yeah.
I remember when they were going to this big time producer who did it, Howard Benson, who I think, but Bo hit me up is because Anthony was gone, and Bo called me and was like, "Hey man, we're having trouble with vocals. You know, we're huge fans of you and your singing and the band. Would you come in and like be a writer / vocal producer just to kind of like get Cove in shape?" You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And Bo, I mean, I just skipped a lot of years, but Bo and I were like just communicating all that time. But that's when it really kicked into gear. Like, and I went out there and just sang with Cove a bunch and tried to expand him, because the pressure on that dude, like,
yeah,
I was like really sad for him, honestly, because at the time Anthony Green, you know, and still is just
it's
like
just
this
massive,
iconic figure, especially for like, you know, this adorable little singer guy in a
little
hardcore band.
Yeah,
and he was. I mean, God, what a perfect like singer for that type of music. So Cove, this little beach kid from Southern Cal, you know, he was just rattled.
Yeah.
And I'm always confused on why they even hired Cove, to be honest with you, just because he just wasn't ready. You know what I mean? Like, but they did, and they stuck to it. And
but how
that's
do you
how we
replace
got
Anthony
going.
though? It's like they're in a what's the right choice there? That's insane.
I don't know if there is one. I don't know. I mean,
like, I don't think anyone can pull an AC/DC anymore like they did. Like, how did they replace that guy? And he sounds like almost exactly the same, and is weird as hell, you know?
It was hard work, man, getting Cove to that spot, because I truly believe he's just not a singer like that. I don't think many people sing like Anthony. I mean, it's become a thing, where all these people are, you know, singing high as shit, just just because that's the thing to do. I mean, have you ever had a conversation with Anthony Green?
He doesn't sound like that.
To me, he does.
Oh, really?
Like, when every time I see him, he's just like, "What's up, man? How's it going?" He has that like high-pitched voice, you know. And
yeah, I guess so.
But Anthony's just so popular that, you know, it's just hard to replace. So, but
Kurt, I feel like a lot of people would fight you for that opinion. Sammy Hagar and David Lee Roth was a solid swap.
I'm a Van Hagar guy.
I had my Van Halen period, and I was down with both, to be honest.
Right. But that's kind of how I met, or that's how I got in deep with Bo and Seosin and all that. And,
nice.
It was really good. It was really good.
I mean, now you're just producer buddies.
I mean, I feel like we're in completely different worlds, and his brain just, it works on a different level than mine. So.
You guys are both insane in different cool ways.
He is so detailed.
Bo's like, yeah, I'd love to. I'm gonna try 10 different speakers and these 4 different cabs and 9 different mics on it, and we'll see what we like the best. Like, wow.
I feel like every other day I get a text message from Bo right now, and he's just like, "Dude, sound flow." And I'm like, what? He's like, "Sound flow, bro. Are you into this?" And I'm like, we've talked about it like 10 times. "Dude, you're missing out." And I'm just like, okay. And then we get on chat, and he tells me the most complex setup ever, and I'm like, "Dude, that makes me want to puke everywhere." And he's just like, "Dude, you need to do it. It's huge. Sound flow."
Sound flow, bro.
So, it's kind
I
of
love
wild.
it. You guys are like a yin-yang thing. Your energies goes well together.
He's awesome, man. You know, Bo's a really, really great guy.
Yeah.
So, anyway, does that answer any questions? I don't know.
Yeah.
Was I supposed to answer questions? I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. You can do whatever you want.
Stories?
Story time. That's all.
Story time.
About 40 minutes ago, you said that you had to get your kid in 20 minutes, so...
Yeah, I mean, it's coming up. I had to leave at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
It's coming up.
Yeah.
Coming up.
Ken says, I think it's time for Jeremy to apologize. Yeah, it's been a while since you've apologized for anything. I'm getting a little uncomfortable.
Sorry about that, Ken.
Okay, there we go. I feel better.
Yeah, I'll bring in another apology here in a bit. My bad, guys.
Yeah, you always have to get your kid. Yeah.
He's not wrong, but that's like when I call people. You know, so I call Philip when I'm driving to get my kid. So.
Oh, are you one of those?
Philip's great. What?
Just like call people while you're free in the car and stuff?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But I feel like I'm on the phone.
Yeah. I don't answer the phone anymore, but I like that idea.
Yeah, I don't call you anymore.
Well, because last
This
time
is
you
what I
called
thought
me,
you-
we had a home intruder happen, kind of.
Oh yeah, that was nuts.
The previous owner of our house just like walked into our backyard through our kitchen. Like, what? Hello?
Is Dave
Excuse
still on
me?
here?
Oh yeah.
I'm here,
Oh, okay. You just got quiet. Sorry.
just hanging out, listening.
Just hanging out, listening. Well, I'm really amped. You guys are pumped about the Chris Staples record. The demos he sent me are amazing.
Yeah,
dude.
I'm excited to hear that.
I'm really excited. I mean, that's why I bought the blooper and the therme, because I plan on running literally everything through the blooper
Man,
and trying to
can
limit
you
myself to those.
can you stream this? Why don't you know?
Probably not.
Bummer.
Barsuk would not be pumped about
Yeah,
that.
I know. I get it.
Barsuk is strange. It's like the other Sub Pop. I feel like they're like weirdly neck and neck. Chris is such a badass. Like his last record.
Steely Dan. Chris Staples
Chris's
is
last
cool.
record,
I'm more of a
his,
Peter Office Max guy. Wow. Peter Office
Let me
Max.
say this real quick because I think it's so cool. Chris rented a like ferry boat in the Seattle harbor and did his like album release show on the boat. Like they drove it out into the like Seattle harbor.
That's pretty cool.
And apparently like Jeremy Enoch was there and Dave Bazan and all these people, and it was like an open bar. I'm just like, I would do anything to be at that. Like, so rad. God, that got me. Anyway. Sorry, Ken. Sorry.
Oh, okay, good. Another apology. Whew.
Yeah, sorry.
Nice.
All right, well, I got 2 minutes before I gotta go. Thanks
All
for let me
Yeah,
chat.
man. Absolutely.
Thanks for hanging.
We love Jeremy. That's all.
No, I appreciate it. It's really fun to get to talk about a lot of this stuff because I don't get to talk about it with anyone else. So.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right, we'll talk later.
All
Thanks,
right.
dudes.
See you, dude.
Later, dude.
Bye.